This is the Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer and Ron Miller.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report. Show number 400.
Woo, baby!
For Thursday, the 16th of October, Scott Hammer, Ron Miller coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch from the Dominator Race Products studio. We dressed up for the occasion.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't, but Ron did, so then I had to run downstairs and...
Yeah, no, obviously, Scott, 400 is a milestone, and I just kind of thought that we needed to give this show the respect that it deserves.
And at the same time, I want to go kind of fast so we can watch some racing tonight.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah.
From that track a little ways down south?
Little ways, yeah.
Okay.
Tonight on the show, we're going to be talking to Shawn Valenti, winner of the Showdown feature Friday night at Fremont. And that was his 9th win of the season over there.
And 91st win of his career.
Just a few.
Yeah,
just a few.
That's pretty impressive. And that's at Fremont, 91.
And also the 2025 Fremont Dirt Truck Champion as well. Yeah. So another championship for him. We'll talk to him in just a little bit. Also on the way, we'll do How Many, give away another piece of the Ocho. I've been surprised. People have been actually taking pieces.
Really?
Yeah. Still have a lot left. But, yeah, and I'm sorry about your Tigers.
Boy, that was a shame. They, all right, a little bit of baseball.
I don't know anything about baseball.
Tigers have they have a real good offense, a lot of good hitters, but they're all long ball hitters. They need to sprinkle in some singles, some short, just single bases and get those runners around the bases. Yeah, whatever.
You said you Googled to come up with a name for tonight's the 400th show.
I did, and Google just let me down.
Did you try Gemini or any AI?
No, I didn't. Google is my Google is AI enhanced, but
so it's got Gemini.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it
still failed you.
It failed.
What did it come up with? I'm curious though.
It just nothing good. Oh. Quadricentennial, but. That sounds like 400 years, and
it does. Man,
I'm not even 400 years yet.
Not yet, almost.
Working on it.
Have you, have your car turn heads with wraps and decals from DCR Graphics. Full wrap starting at just $425. You can schedule an installation to have the graphics put on for you for a slight additional charge. If you need promo gear, get 8 custom die casts for just $135. Available for late model sprints, modifieds, and more. They also have new crew gear, T-shirts, hoodies, flags, and hats, all added to their lineup so your whole team looks sharp.
Yeah.
As opposed to dull. You don't want to look dull. Go to DCRgraphics.com or call 419-308-9523 to place your order today. DCR Graphics, where speed meets style. And if you ever find yourself in desperate need of race car parts at the track, Dipman Motorsports has you covered with parts with the parts truck on site, servicing Fremont and Oakshade Raceway. They bring the shop to you. Pick up fresh late model Hoosiers, stock up on tires for super stocks, modified sportsmen, from high performance parts to expert support. They have everything to keep your car dialed in and competitive. Call 419-283-8580 or visit DipmanMotorsports.com to get what you need before race day. Dipman Motorsports, your trackside advantage. I keep getting distracted. I got to turn this off. They're doing time trials at Eldora.
Oh.
So, yeah. It's distracting me. I can't focus here. I also got to mention Oakshade Raceway, Dominator Race Products, Ron Miller Race Cars, Magic Moment Entertainment, and Freeze Frame Photos, other sponsors of the show tonight. Before we get to Shawn here, let's do our racing roundup and recap some of the action from this past weekend. Is that good with you?
Sounds good.
Racing roundup.
I like it when you're agreeable. It's very nice. Fremont
it's
Speedway.
Early in the show.
It is, yeah. Fremont Speedway Friday night. Shawn Valenti, as we mentioned, getting that Showdown Series feature win. Only one caution in that race. And actually, subject to last week's How Many, as a matter of fact. I had someone come up and comment to me Friday night at Fremont about that. I believe it was Kurt Inks.
Okay.
About how many times was the Ocho going to get hit at Oakshade by other vehicles. And he's like, I could influence that number. And strangely enough, I think I started right behind him in the feature and got by him. He raced me clear.
Yeah.
Actually, the spoiler alert, 0 was the number. Nobody hit me. It was a pretty clean race, really.
That was a fun race.
I did hit the wall, though, but that didn't count.
I didn't see that.
No, it was just enough to throw up some sparks.
Just a
It
little
didn't
bit on
break
the right
anything.
rear.
Actually,
Doing your Craig Dipman imitation?
no, I hit it pretty flush, really.
Oh.
I think most of the
pancaked
sparks
it.
came from the right front
Ooh.
rim.
Ooh.
But
Craig's
yeah.
going to have to give you some lessons.
Yeah, I need to get the rear end out there to hit it. Yeah, he's good at that. He might be doing that tonight at Eldora. So
Oh, that'd be cool.
yeah. Montpelier Speedway in action on Sunday. Matt Westphal getting another non-wing sprint car feature win there. Clinton. Oh, before I didn't finish Fremont here. I forgot to mention Jarrett Rendell was the winner of the Art Ball Cup points championship for the Showdown Series.
He passed a whole lot of cars at Oakshade.
At Oakshade,
and,
yeah.
and that was what got him over the line.
Yeah, so now Montpelier, Westfall picking up the win there in the non-wing sprints. Clayton Bryant, your UMP modified winner. Ed Johnson picking up the win in the Crown Vics. The Kubota High Limit Series, Lakeside Speedway Friday and Saturday. Brent Marks, your winner Friday night. Saturday night, Brad Sweet picking up the win. Last night, the Rotor-Rooter Midweek Series finale at Lucas Oil Speedway. Brent Marks getting the win, and Rico Abreu won the Midweek Series season championship. No surprise there.
Right.
World of Outlaw, Real American Beer Late Model Series, the Bio Classic at Boot Hill Speedway on Friday and Saturday. Tim McCready, T-Mac getting the win on Friday. Ryan Gustin, the Reaper, your winner on Saturday. World of Outlaws, NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars. Friday night, New Egypt Showdown at New Egypt Speedway. Carson Macedo getting the win there. And the Keystone Showdown at Lincoln Speedway. And Saturday, Anthony Macri picking up the win. NASCAR action this weekend, Xfinity Series on Saturday, the Focused Health 302 at Las Vegas. Eric Almirola picking up the win there. Did you get
I didn't. No.
Well, yeah. I didn't watch any of that. Actually, I don't think I watched much of these. I don't think I watched any of the South Point 400
Watched
either.
a little bit of the Cup race.
Cup race there at Las Vegas on Sunday. Denny Hamlin getting the win there. I did see the highlights of the crash there. It took William Byron out, and so
Right.
a little bit of controversy there. We got some news on that coming up a
Okay,
little bit
good.
later. But any other highlights from that?
It was a fun race to watch. There was some passing there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Awful lot of stuff in NASCAR. A lot of teams suggesting that they go back to the original points format.
I've been hearing lots of rumblings about it. I know
yeah, and
Mark Martin's a big
NASCAR is supposedly considering it.
Well, we'll see.
Looks like we've got a few Shawn Valenti fans in the house.
What, people like Shawn? He's a very likable guy too,
He
isn't
is.
he? Kurt Dickey. Oh, Hammer Down Army results. Kurt Dickey running over at Winchester Speedway in the CRA Jegs All-Star Tour. He finished 17th in that. And then, of course, the Hammer Down Racing Report house car, the Ocho, finishing a measly 12th in the Showdown Series A main at Fremont Speedway.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
I thought the track was very racy.
It was
bottom.
fast. I prefer it to be slower. I prefer the handling tracks.
Okay.
But no, it was fun. Especially, okay, let me put it this way. I love 3 and 4 once I figured out how to ride the cushion.
Right.
1 and 2 I've never been able to figure out at that track.
1 and 2 can bite you up there. So.
Yeah, I've never been able to. I was trying high, low, coming off different ways, going in different ways.
Even the
nothing
410 sprint cars, a lot of them run 1 and 2 low and then run the rim on 3 and 4.
No, so I liked half of it. I enjoyed half of it a lot.
Well, okay.
So let's go with that. That was it for our racing roundup. Things are winding down here with the racing roundup. Looks like we got Shawn Valenti standing by in the green room here. We'll get to him in just a moment. From race station snapshots to custom gift items, freeze frame photos delivers. Snag stunning action shots, celebrate your victory lane moments, and best of all, you can turn any of them into one-of-a-kind gifts. They've got everything from custom can koozies, tumblers, wood plaques, slate prints, magnets, buttons, and more. There was a picture framed. It was a cool thing that they did with my car, and I said, if nobody else buys it, I want it. And
Somebody bought it?
I don't know.
Oh.
I forgot about it. No, I forgot. I need to get that. But they have all kinds of cool stuff there. Call Charlie now, 419-407-6994, or visit freezeframephotos.redframe.com to see all their pictures there. They were at Fremont. Charlie was there.
They were. I saw quite a few of his shots.
I didn't look up the photos on the website yet, but they may be posted there. And, freeze frame photos, special moments frozen in time. Whether it's late model modified or street stock, every body part counts. Asphalt or dirt doesn't matter. That's why you should choose Dominator Race Products, the go-to source for hood scoops, roofs, wheel covers, nose and tail components, body fasteners, and much more, all engineered tough for the track. Check out the all-new adjustable height Dominator chassis dollies, the easiest way to move your race car around the shop. Order online anytime at DominatorRaceProducts.com or visit your local reputable race shops such as Ron Miller Race Cars. And you can call and order directly from Dominator as well, 419-923-6970. For quality parts that keep you dominating the racing field, trust Dominator Race Products.
Good people, too.
Yeah, if you get it from Ron Miller Race Cars or Dittman Motorsports, I don't think you pass along the shipping charges.
No, we absorb those shipping charges.
You can get them shipped right to you, but you're going to pay a little bit more with the shipping charges. So.
Yep, we can help keep that cost down.
There you go. And that way you're supporting Dominator and your local race shop.
That's what we do.
So let's bring in our featured guest this week, Mr. Shawn Valenti. Let me make this smaller so that we can actually see Shawn. There we go. How's it going?
Uh-oh, Shawn.
We have no audio. We can see you.
I think maybe you muted your phone.
Wait, I hear something. I hear us. You see your mouth moving, but I can't.
I thought I heard something there, Scott.
Shawn is an expert on the racetrack, but having some technical difficulties with the computer. Wait, I hear something again. Something's happening. Maybe.
I wonder if it's just his internet connection.
No, it looks good. We can see you. Maybe we can speak in sign language. I'm assuming you can hear us since I see you smiling.
Yeah.
If you can't figure it out, you want to just call in that number I gave you. Yeah, go ahead and do that if you want. That way we'll be able to hear you. All right, we'll get to Shawn here in just a minute.
Can we leave him on the camera and
we can do that? It might be a little bit of audio off. If you want to leave your camera on, go ahead. Unless you're actually on your phone there. Nope, it looks like we're gonna have video and audio just in a separate way. Got to make sure I turn the race off though, so that we don't have the flow broadcast coming across. That kind of would be bad. So anyways, while we wait for Shawn to dial in here, we'll pay a couple more bills, get these out of the way, or not. So we'll just go this way right now. Hey, Shawn.
Hello.
Hey.
You guys hear me now?
Wait a minute. Say something.
You guys hear me?
Yes.
For some reason, it's coming back through. Let me mute that, see if that helps. Okay. Say something.
You guys hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
There, we were getting a feedback loop. I don't know where that was coming from, but I think we're good now.
All right. Yeah, I'm not sure what's the matter with the mic. So.
All good. You got the truck figured out, that's for sure. So congratulations Friday night on the win at Fremont, one of your many wins over your illustrious. How many wins you say he had at Fremont now?
91.
91?
Yeah, 91. Remarkable. I never thought I'd see the first one, let alone 91 of them. So
that is definitely a feat there. And actually, the audio is not too far off. It's actually matching up pretty good.
Yeah.
Good deal.
So talk about the race Friday night there. It was a pretty clean race. Not really. I mean, you only had the one caution, which I'm assuming you probably didn't want to see because you had a pretty big lead there.
Yeah, I definitely didn't want to see that. I think we had about 8 laps to go, and I knew I was setting a pretty good pace. But with them stock car guys, you never know who's going to be charging through the field. but sometimes they got the center scoreboard working. You can catch a glimpse on. Sometimes they got the distance in between first and second, but it was not lit up there. So, and with like I say, with them guys there, you better be on it.
Oh, so it didn't really surprise you that that Jordan Conover might have been showing you a nose or trying to?
It caught me a little bit by surprise, just because the way I took off on the restart, I figured I know Craig was behind me. I could see the blue nose. Didn't really hear anybody there for a while, and had a couple lap trucks that were running side by side in front of me. And I kind of had to check up just not to put myself in a bad spot through 1 and 2. And it set him up for a pretty good dive for him getting into 3 and 4 to about surprise me. So,
well, and you used that lap car perfectly as a pick. So,
yeah, luckily I was able to get to the outside of him, and he kind of turned down to give me a little bit of room, and then the same turn was able to block his advance getting down the front stretch, and was able to hang on for the win. And you never lay down by any means in them things, and to you always try to run your last lap like you run your first lap, and that's hard as you can. And no, hats off to Jordan. They've had a fast race car, and was able to put on a pretty good show for the fans. So.
Now, were you saving anything there until the end? Do you think you could have held them off if that race was 25 laps as opposed to 20?
I think it would have been a pretty good show. I had a little bit left. I could have ran a little bit harder. But the same token, you start running that little extra, you can run in just for making a mistake just as well as laying off. So it definitely would have been. When I got the lead, I wasn't sure exactly, where the racetrack was going to end up, because like you guys said earlier, it was hammered down. Wasn't sure if the bottom was going to come in better than the top, and obviously the bottom was, to me, felt just as good as what the top was. Just a matter of trying to mentally think on where everybody else is going to go, and obviously I was running the top, so they were going to have to charge pretty hard on entry to get a good run to the corner.
Speaking of you running so well, and you said the bottom was good, I couldn't do the bottom at all. But watching some of the video and just watching even your heat race, that truck, it just looks so smooth. It wasn't stepping out sideways. I mean, just even running with some of the other trucks, those guys were getting pretty sideways, pushing or getting loose. What is give us a little bit of the secret sauce that's in that truck? Is it the driver maybe that made that thing look so smooth?
They all say, anybody you ask will say, I've always been one of the smoother drivers, just trying to keep stuff straight and keep speed into it. But honestly, it's just the balance of that truck. Ron built me a heck of a piece, and it's been fast right out of the gate, and just the stability of it from my old truck. I don't know. It's just a package and we ain't changed anything from what we got from Ron. So it was just a matter of it suited me, and it's just been a well packaged deal. I mean, it works good on. It can be like greasy, wet, and fast, and we get nights where we're out after the 410s and 305s, and we're on bone slick, and that thing just goes just as good as it does on anything. So
I was really hoping that we got a race at Sandusky. Watching that truck there would have been fun.
Would it have handled on asphalt?
I think it would. I was a little bit worried when we took the old truck there that time, because we didn't really change anything other than throw some tires on it, and that thing went around there pretty good. So I think this thing would have been pretty good too. I would have took it there just the way I run it at Attica or Fremont.
Now, do other drivers come up to you in the pits and ask you for some pointers maybe on how they can make their trucks faster?
Not so much setup wise. I got a few guys, they ask, well, how come your truck's so smooth, or how come you're so smooth? But not really. I don't really get too many questions. Just every once in a while, I'll get a guy that comes up and just looking for help, and I'll tell them anything I know, or would send them in the right direction. But yeah, if anybody ever needed advice or anything, I'd be more than willing to help.
Say a stock car driver came up to you and was trying to figure out Fremont Speedway and was having some issues getting it to stick down low. What advice might you give that driver?
You mean like somebody named Scott?
Well, whatever.
The big thing I was always taught or learned at Fremont was you don't race there into the corner, especially when you're trying to hit the bottom. Believe it or not, you can overblow the bottom pretty easy. And something that got distilled into me right from the get go was you don't win races getting into the corner. You win them getting off the corner at Fremont. So, that's always been one of my things is if I can be locked up and driving, getting off the corner, to make it basically a drag strip to get going. That's been what's been working. So,
well, you've been running the stock car as well. And I want to talk about that here in just a bit, but, I'm assuming the trucks, from what I've heard from everyone, the trucks drive entirely different from the stock cars with the different suspension packages that they have.
Yeah, and basically, everything's, the concepts are all the same, but all the stock cars nowadays are basically trying, they're getting over on the right front lane over pretty hard on them, trying to get the lefter tucked in underneath them and getting forward drive. Whereas the truck's not so much. I mean, if you can get it laid down on the back wheels a little bit and get some forward drive that way. But yeah, the difference between the stock cars, just trying to adapt to changing that. I figured I've ran some modified stuff in the past, so it ain't been too much of a learning curve, but, there's two ways to go about everything and just being able to cope with both of them, and just, I'd say a little bit more right front, or, they're over on the right front more on the stock cars than what we tend to get on the trucks. So driving wise, I mean, they are different, but obviously the same thing is to make the fastest lap. So whatever
takes about a lap, takes about a lap to get comfortable in it. Either way.
Yep.
So do you think if you ran the stock car, you would have been as successful? I mean, assuming you didn't have the motor issues or whatever the issues you have, but you think you would have been as competitive in the stock car at Fremont on Friday night?
I would have liked to got that last night in at Oakshade with before we hurt the motor. We've been making some changes to that just to try to suit me a little bit better. And I think obviously the stock car I'm in is a good piece, so it definitely, I believe, if we took it there, it was definitely capable of winning. Just going to Fremont with the truck probably made me a little bit more comfortable because all the laps I got there. And just, with going there so many times over the years with just the know-how of knowing I was going there with something I was familiar with was probably the biggest thing. But I believe either one I would have took would have been capable of doing it.
So you were originally going to be racing at Eldora tonight, but the motor issues
Correct.
kind of have taken that out, huh?
Yeah, we qualifying at Oakshade, I think we still went third or fourth quick overall, but when I pulled off the racetrack, it started making a little bit of noise, and unfortunately didn't lose the lifter all the way, but it was giving up on us. So we had a little bit of extra valve lash than what we should have had, and just a parts failure on nobody to blame. Just one of them deals that happened, and actually I think a lifter that had about 4 races on it. So just tough break on that, and that kind of hurt me the opening night there at Oakshade on as far as the passing point deal. And with Corey putting up some good money in that, wish we could have got that night in and got at least somewhere in contention. But it is what it is. But
now, you did get to run Eldora at least once in the stock car. Did you run it more than that, or just the one time? We hit Oakshade there a couple weeks before that, and I ran second to Portman, I think it was. So we ran it that night, and then we went to Eldora. Or was leading the heat race there. I think I had like a 3 or 4 second lead in the heat, and grenaded the right rear tire, which I think it was about 2 to go in the heat, so had to drop out of that. And they ended up starting 27 cars, I think, that night, and we ended up coming up to
coming up to 11th. So not a bad night. Just first time there in that car at Eldor, and we had decent speed. Just wish we could have finished that heat race to get a little bit better spot in the feature. But
now, is there plans to work with Jamie Fowler next year and run that super stack at Eldor, maybe for the points?
Yeah, I think that was going to be our goal this year. With he was trying to get a motor done, and with his motor, the motor builder got a little bit backed up with some stuff, and just things didn't work out. He moved last year and was getting some concrete put in his building for the race shop. So things just didn't work out, and we had to take our time doing it. We was hoping we was going to be out this year just to once we got through halfway there, if we could get a few races together and get things shake down a little bit. And but yeah, we're hoping schedules work out next year where we can run Eldor for points. And it seems like there's always that one Fremont show that hangs around that interferes with it. So I don't know if we'll get to run for both for points, but we'll look at the schedules once they come out, and if we'll choose which route the best is. And hopefully we can run for points and hit some Lima shows on Fridays next year and see how that goes.
One of our listeners has a question, and it's completely off topic with what we've been talking about, but he wants to know about a tire test with the sprint cars, and if you have any inside information on how it went.
Yeah, I mean, I got to watch 10 or 15 laps, I think 2 sessions that they had, and I didn't actually get to go down and see the tires, but with talking with Rich afterwards, I was curious because, with 305 deal on what he was actually looking at or what he was trying to achieve with that. And basically he had a set of American racers on, and I believe that the other tires were the Chinese tires that you can get, and I don't know the exact name of them, but
right.
Yeah. So the American racers, I think, were a standard, I think an MC2 or 3, I think he said they were. So they were a little bit maybe softer or just equivalent to the Hoosier, but probably the sidewall construction was a little bit different. I know he said with what he learned with the American racers and the way the racetrack was, that they were too fast.
Really?
Yeah, because just the lap speed or lap times they were turning, I think they were down in the 12 second bracket, and he told me he didn't feel, he thought the racetrack could be faster on a regular night, and very well could be. I mean, I know the racetrack was probably only 3/4 of the way up there the other night, and with turning them lap times, I'd have to agree. Fremont, you get too fast around there, the people stand too close to the track, and to see sprint car get up over the fence or something would not be good there. So, and then but he said they wore good. I mean, he's ran them a few times on his test cars, and he said they really haven't seen much wear issue with them.
I went over. I went over to look at them after their last set. Excuse me, and they look really good.
Yeah. He showed me a few pictures of what he had after they got done with them, and they still look brand new. And the same way with the Chinese tires. He told me them worked fairly good too, or really well. He said the wear was good on them, but the problem was the logistics of getting the tires over here. And they were, because I think you got to buy a container of them. He threw a number out there, but I don't know exactly what it was off the top of my head. But just the feasibility of buying a container full of them and then getting them used up over here, how many cars would actually run them, but he did not say if it was something he's going to be looking at for 305 deal, or I think he was just seeing what the option was and just hopefully keeping everybody on their toes.
Any idea what the cost difference is between the American racers and the Hoosiers? And I know that's been a big factor.
Yeah, I know he said the Chinese tires were about $165 a piece.
Ooh.
So yes, and now the price of a Hoosier right rear or left rear tire on a sprint car is, I think, $360 some bucks.
Wow.
So, and the American racers, I think, fell in the higher 2 range around I think it was like high 200s, 300 range. So, yeah, definitely cost savings. But yeah, not sure, which route he's going to go, or there was just something he wanted to try. But
interesting.
That's what I gathered from it.
I wonder if that's something he would consider for the All-Stars or just for the weekly.
I didn't get into it with him on that. I don't know. I know, they always say Hoosiers got point money and everything else. So I don't know if that's a route that he would go or not.
Right.
We didn't get to that point in the conversation, but
now I wasn't really paying attention to much of the testing that was going on, so I kind of oblivious to all that. I was a little busy with other stuff, but was that just for 305s that they were looking at, or was this being considered for 410s?
He didn't really say what. Okay. He didn't say if it was for a particular division or just said it was what he was, just something he wanted to try and just wanted to know what information he could get from it.
I think
I know he had his 305 testing. I think he had the Chinese tires on, and Sabo's car had the American Racers on. And I'm not sure if they ever swapped tires to see vice versa, if not. But
interesting. Something to definitely keep an eye on. But speaking of,
I know I was just gonna say a couple years ago, I know they came out with a flyer on them tires and the price was obviously significant lower. So, people are like, well, let's try these things out to see what they can do. So now he finally got his hands on a set, and I think that's where that was leading at.
Definitely an ongoing story and something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Back to your racing. Did you have you been doing sprint car racing this year too? I know you do you race everything. What haven't you raced this year? Maybe I should ask that.
Basically, the sprint car I have raced, just sprint car, truck, and stock car this year. But I ran a champ kart too for some go kart racing too. But sprint car deal. I think I've hit about 4 or 5 Attica races. I had a couple top 5s throughout the year between Attica and Fremont. I think I was about 6th in points at Fremont up until we went and ran that Eldora show. So not a bad season, just up and down. Just I'll have good races, and then I'll have a 14th or a 13th, or an 18th. Just it's a tough class, and them guys, the whole division's tough. So I mean, you got your nights where you're going to be good, and you got your nights where you're going to struggle.
So you're a mere mortal in the sprint cars then, compared to the dirt trucks.
Yeah. I definitely got my ups and downs in the sprint car. Every division's tough. Some things are just a little bit more comfortable at, or things go a little bit better, and it's one of them years.
Well, this is your 5th Fremont Dirt Truck Championship?
Yeah, 5th championship. I don't remember the other years. It's been, I think
there was a 14 in there. You got 4. I saw that you won both Attica and Fremont back in 14.
Yeah. So 5th one there. Won a championship at Attica and won a couple stock car championships at Lima around that era too. So,
damn. Not bad. So what does it winning a championship? Do you get excited about it anymore? Does it mean anything to you anymore? Because it's been a few years since I've followed points. I know I ran 2nd last year, but I really wasn't following points. I missed actually, I think a full show at Fremont and still was about able to win them. So I think I come down to if we had a rain out there right at the end of the year, if we could have maybe got that show in, and I think I lost by 20 or 30 points. So I was able to still finish 2nd, which was good. But they still mean, just as much as the first one, because it takes a full season to put, or a full year to put a season together. And I think, this year, just no DNFs, just everything lined up, went good. I think I ran, I won 8 or 9 of them. And I think my other finishes were all 2nd. So at Fremont, so just one of them years that everything went good, and no parts failures, luckily, and an awesome race truck built by Ron. So
I appreciate that.
So next year, are there plans to maybe try something new? Maybe go drag racing or off-roading, something,
Yeah, that's what people like. You ever get tired of racing or anything? I said, if people put me in race cars, or if I had the opportunity to race anything, I'd hop in it, and just anywhere from go karts to anything that I could fit in would be. But no, I enjoy it. All the way from the top to the bottom. I mean, I've got to run some 410 stuff and late model once. Would love to get more opportunity to try that out, but just never been in a position to be around it, I guess would be the thing. But no, just fortunate to be racing the cars I am.
So next year, we kind of touched on this a little bit. Is the focus going to be on the dirt truck next year, as well as running the stock car at Eldora? What's going to be your primary focus next year?
Well, I think between both of them, they'll both be the main focus. Having that thing ready if, like I say, whatever the schedules are. But main focus would definitely be the truck, and if normally Eldora's got them 5 or 6 or 7 shows that they schedule. If we can focus on that, and an Eldora championship would be nice, and even an Eldora win that I could add to the resume would be great. So that's stock car. If we can go do that deal, that'd probably be the main focus, and hopefully the schedules work out to where we can do both.
You're still gonna be running the sprint.
But you'll be back in the 305 though.
Yeah, and if I still plan on hopefully doing that on Saturdays. Fridays if we're at Lyman. Basically Fridays, nothing set in stone yet. If I can go run an Attica show here and there, or if Jamie wants to go take the stock car to Lima, we'll go do that and see what the off season brings, and hopefully have some more fun.
So are you done racing for this year altogether? Are you gonna make it to the Monster Mansion?
I believe. I believe full size car I'm done racing. I plan on probably getting my go kart out here in next week or two. Beaver always puts on the Big B Classic, so that's always fun. And normally I get 80 or 90 carts out there, so it's a day full of trying to be lucky and get through a heat race and make a 12 or 13 cart feature. So
is that
just the trophy? Yeah, and they don't pay nothing, but the trophy he makes for it. And there's sprint car guys that put rides together or carts together to try to win that thing. And it's a big deal. And I was fortunate enough to win that in 22. And nothing going on in the first week of November, so it's fun to get out there.
I was gonna say, is that as much fun as running the dirt truck, doing the go karts?
I'd rather run the full size stuff just because the way the go kart guys tend to race, it's you can get into getting run over or knocked out of the way, one of the two, but a little bit more respect in the full fendered stuff. So, but no, still a blast to race with them guys, and
it's a little easier to get hurt in the go karts. There's been a couple guys that got over, broke collarbones and everything else. So I always try to be a little bit careful. And there a couple of years ago, I was running it pretty good, and I was like, man, you take a good shot and end up hurting, ruin a season. So last couple of years, I laid off of it a little bit and wait till the end of the year, so that way I got all winter to heal back up.
I was just gonna say that. Good plan there. What would you say has been the most meaningful win of your career in anything that you've raced so far?
Man, there's the most meaningful one. I guess it would probably be my first stock car race was a Steve Brown Memorial race, and he was at Lima Land, and his family put up, I think it was about $1,000 back then in memory of him. Stevie Brown was killed in a car accident. So, that was probably, it was, a memorial race for him, and be able to win it and put my name on it. And, just knowing the family and getting to meet him a few times. I'd say that would be the most memorable one.
Very cool. Any sponsors you want to give a shout out to that help support your racing in any of the classes this year?
First, got to thank Jeff Babcock for, everything he's done for me and continue to put a good piece out there. Everything he does, on it. When it goes to the racetrack, it's going to be top notch and don't have to worry about anything falling off of it. So got to thank him for everything he does. Eric Wilson, Squirrel, for, he's the one that,
drives people crazy.
He'll give you some gray hairs. But no, he's been a good friend and good help. Rick and Noah Everly, they've helped me out quite a bit on the sprint car side, and when I'm not racing that, they'll come support me in the truck or the stock car too. So, and then as far as sponsors, got Craig Miller Trucking, A Plus Auto Center with Adam Jones. He's been with me year after year, good friend of mine. Shoot, I should have wrote these down, but I got Smolder Speed Lab. He's the one that put the nice looking stickers on the truck. Gresham Power Sports, and I don't know if I said him yet. Craig Miller Trucking, Kuzma Industries, Ron Miller Race Cars for everything he's done for me, and I'm sure I'm missing a few of them there, but.
You got the important ones. Well, they're all important, I should say.
But. Yeah, they're all important. Everybody chimes in and helps out. So
you mentioned Jeff Babcock. Breaking news: he's going to be racing again next year. Is that right?
He's talking about it. He's wanting to try to he says he's good for a couple more races before he gets done with his career. So he wants to try one of these trucks out. So
really?
So he's talking about it, and I think he's going to do it. So we'll get him out there and get him a few laps and see how things go.
Any chance that maybe Jeff Jr. would be in one if Senior doesn't want to run every race?
Oh, I'm sure there's a good possibility with that. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I know Jeffrey would hop in anything too. So. Anytime he gets the opportunity, and I'm sure if he's not busy doing the late mile stuff, I know he had a little bit of misfortune there with the motor deal, but I heard he's got another one on the way and getting the old one fixed. So he should be, if he's got free time, I'm sure he'd be willing to hop in it.
Have you given any thought to retirement or maybe backing off of running full seasons, or is that way down the road for you?
I'm thinking that's a no, Scott.
Okay.
No, that's a no. Just as long as I'm still able to afford to do it and got awesome car owners like, Jeff and Jamie and all the other people that have always put me in race cars, I'll continue doing it till hopefully many more years to come. So no, I'm not looking to slow down anytime soon. If anything, if anybody needs a driver, let me know.
I just heard a big moan from all the other truck drivers. More years of this. All right. Well, Shawn, congratulations again on another championship season and also getting the win there Friday night in the Showdown Series. Hopefully, I don't know the car count was down a little bit this year for the Showdown Series, but hopefully Corey gets that going.
It was still a good field, Scott.
And it was a good race, too. Yeah. So.
Hopefully definitely good field of cars. Yeah, definitely. The car count was a little bit low, but I know some people had some issues there towards the end of the year. And, I'm sure if I would have ran the truck or was going to run the truck, Jamie he was talking about putting somebody in his car. So I know obviously with it going down, a couple guys had some bad luck there at Oakshade and the last few nights at Fremont that knocked it down a little bit. But no, awesome series that they do. And hopefully it continues on. And we can get some more cars back at it next season.
So you can get another win.
Hopefully,
another trophy.
So, yeah, nice to go back to back. So hopefully, a third one would look good.
Well, by Showdown Series at Fremont, he ought to be tickling 100 on the wins.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Are you running out of room for trophies, or do you just keep adding on to your house or something?
They keep stacking up in the garage. I know the wife gets a little more aggravated every time I bring one home, and they used to stay in the front room a little, for about a week, and then she'd move them out. But anymore, they're sitting there a day. I better find a spot for it, or she got them moved around. But Fremont started giving out the big checks, so the need to take them to the bank and cash them, I guess. But no.
There you go. Then you can build the addition onto the house. That's your trophy, right?
Right. There we go. Yeah. Yep.
Well, Shawn, again, congratulations on a great season. Always a pleasure talking to you. And since you've been on the show, your next race is going to be that go-kart race. So you'll probably get the win there because of being on the show. So
Yep, that's the
You're
way
welcome.
it works.
I hope so. I hope so.
and hope to see you again next season. We'll definitely be following you in the dirt truck and the stock car and sprint car and whatever else, dragster, Indy car, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. You guys having me on. Good luck, Scott. I think I heard you're going to the Monster Mash. So, yeah, good luck at the end of the year. And yeah, thanks again.
All right, man. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you, Shawn.
Thank
See
you.
you, Shawn.
Bye.
Bye, buddy.
There you go. Shawn Valenti. Whoop. I can't hear myself anymore.
I can hear you.
Why can't I hear? Oh, I hit this button. That's why I couldn't hear me.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. I learned something new on the board. It's a solo thing. Anyway, Shawn Valenti there, your 2025 Oakshade Raceway. I'm sorry, Fremont Speedway dirt truck champion for the fifth time. So always great talking to him. Coming up, we'll do how many and a little bit of racing news, and we'll wrap things up with our DCR Graphics racing menu for the weekend, which menu items keep getting smaller and smaller, but there's a little bit there. The 50th season at Oakshade Raceway has been completed. Oakshade Raceway would like to thank all the drivers, crews, and fans that supported them this season. The swap meet was last weekend, and somebody forgot to update this copy, but keep an eye out for the award celebration announcement. Date on that, I believe that's going to be at the same place.
Yeah, maybe.
At the same place it was last year, the Fulton County Fairgrounds, and that one building, I forget the name of it, but that'll be posted on the social media or the OakshadeRaceway.com website. So keep an eye on that. Oakshade Raceway, where the fastest meet to race. And if you're looking for a wedding or event DJ, Magic Moen Entertainment will make your event magical. Ron Burt brings decades of DJ experience, smooth planning, and professional-grade entertainment to your big day. If you mention the Hammer Down Racing Report, when you book, you'll save $100 off that reception DJ service. Rest easy knowing there are no surprise charges, no fees for mileage or lighting, and full liability coverage included. Whether you're in Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, or Kentucky, Magic Moment is here to make your event unforgettable. Give them a call, 419-594-2261, or connect with them on Facebook under Magic Moment Entertainment or Ohio Sports Blitz. And if you're a Friday night football fan, he does all the recaps of high school football on there. Yeah,
Whiteford football last Friday.
I didn't even
They
know
won.
Whiteford has a high school?
Yes, sir.
I did not
85-0.
Who'd they play? The Ants?
I can't remember who they played. It was they've been winning big this year, but that was kind of over the top.
Yeah, isn't there like a mercy rule at some point?
Nah.
All right, let's
Latest racing news.
Oh, before we get to that, what happened to Steve at the Showdown Series? Steve Miller there.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
so
favorite,
he kept
my
getting-
favorite son.
Yeah, your favorite son. He kept getting pushed. I kept seeing him going around the pits trying to get that thing started.
He had a fuel issue when he got there, tried to sort it out, killed the starter and the idler gear and the bell housing, so using the starter wasn't going to work. I got there, and I think we got it diagnosed, tried to push it around, and by the time it was really time to go, the B main had gone off, and
a lot of people had. There was a few people that had some bad luck. Grayson Warner next to us.
yeah,
He he looked really good in the B main, and then the
Then he
left
didn't.
front just
exited.
it said I'm done, and we ran down to change the wheel.
And there were no wheel studs.
no, yeah, it was a little bit of a problem.
They were
there.
gone.
But that was the second problem of the night for them. They had issues trying to get the car running early. It was a
Oh.
distributor, so there was a lot of gremlins Friday night at Fremont.
On the
so.
good side, I think Tech went really, really well.
I didn't talk to Corey afterwards, but I didn't hear of anybody.
I talked to Dave Gumby, his Tech guy, and I think only one vehicle had an issue, and that was corrected. And
My car had an issue.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't even know how I had it. I think I got it from Craig a long time ago. It was a D40. Who's your D40?
Okay.
I thought it was an M30. I never even looked at the side. I just looked at the tread. It looked like my other M30. I put it on, and they're looking at it, and they're like scratching their head.
You can't use that.
They're like,
that's not one of the approved tires.
It's not one of the approved tires, and it's probably not going to help you. So, so I had to throw on luckily I had my regular H500 we just put on there. And I was like, man, never even noticed it wasn't an M30. Good to know. So I learned something that night. It was very exciting. Racing news here. The newly crowned ARCA champion, Brendan Butterbean Queen, will contest the final 3 NASCAR Xfinity races this year with Colleague Racing.
Ooh.
And he's also been named the Colleague Racing's first Ram 1500 driver for the 2025 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series season.
So Dodge is coming back, and
he's going to be running a Ram truck.
And he'll be running...
Technically, it's not Dodge now. It's just Ram
in
its own. So, yeah.
But that opens the door for Dodge coming into Xfinity and Cup.
Well, you remember when Brendan was sitting here and he had... he's like,
I can't say. I can't tell you.
But it'll be coming out. There you go. He's running the rest of the Xfinity Series this season.
That is pretty darn cool.
And got that full-time truck ride next year with Colleague Racing. So very cool. Congratulations to him. Well earned. Looking forward to seeing
And he was saying that his goal is to make a living in racing, and he's
on his
way.
Absolutely. Frankie Muniz will make his return to the NASCAR Truck Series this weekend at Talladega after fully recovering from a broken wrist. He suffered due to a fall from a ladder. I think he was doing like house work or something and fell. Wasn't it back in August or something?
Yeah, housework, that should be left to the wives. You don't want to...
Whoa! What are we, in 1950? Whoa!
You don't want to risk your racing career.
There you go. Or wait until the off season.
That's it.
Like Shawn, wait until the end of the year if you're going to do something that may
could hurt you.
May hurt you, yes. The new Butler Speedway street stock rules were posted for 2026. Those are posted at butlerspeedway.com. I wanted to ask you about that a little bit.
With a bit of controversy.
So I'm an idiot when it comes to rules. I looked at them. I was like, okay, some of these I think I'm legal, maybe, sort of, but not. What did you look at the rules? Do you have? Okay, so what exactly does that mean?
I believe that your car would be legal if it meets.
Because before it used to be,
but it's 107-inch wheelbase.
Which I was talking to Craig Dittman about that. He says he thinks that might have been an oversight on them. I don't know.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? You think they're going to stick with the 107-inch?
Yeah, but I could be wrong. But the quick change rear ends, which they've had for a couple of years, and then
aluminum heads,
opening up the aluminum heads, and I understand the logistics in that.
What other tracks allow aluminum heads for super stock or street stock?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if Montpelier's.
The pro point on aluminum heads is if they have an issue and something breaks, aluminum can easily be welded and remachined. You could have a $5,000 set of cast iron heads and one engine problem, and they could be junk. So, yeah.
Okay. So do you think, was this rule change a move to try and get more competitors? I don't know what their car counts have been for the street stock this year, but do you think it's been...
Scott, I don't either, but it concerns me when tracks vary significantly from other tracks.
Does this put them more in line, though, with other tracks, or does this make them further away from other tracks?
I don't think so.
Not that there's really a lot of tracks that are in line with each other,
right?
Because
the quick change rears and the aluminum heads kind of stand out as being different. Now, the other side of it is cast iron heads are getting very hard to find, to buy. So the market is definitely going. The market is definitely going towards aluminum heads. And
how much more expensive are they compared to?
Not really.
Okay, there's not a big price.
No, and they are more repairable. The only good point about the cast iron heads is everybody's got them. It's like a certain body part. Everybody's got one.
And they
noses.
They do have the 3,000-pound weight rule, which is the same as Montpelier.
Right.
as well, which Oakshade doesn't have the weight rule. I'm not sure. Does Lima Land and Eldora, do they have the weight rule?
I think they do.
Okay. I know that's...
No, I know there was some controversy. I think Eldora went to, 2750. If Squirrel is still on there, he can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's 2750.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, here. I feel like I'm looking the wrong way. There, now I'm looking at you. Interesting. Yeah, I saw that and was like, oh, what? And they made the announcement now as opposed to waiting right before the season so that teams can react and make whatever changes they need to do before.
With that 3,000-pound weight break, the aluminum heads are about 50 pounds lighter.
So they're going to have to add some more weight on to compensate for that.
Weight, yeah. But
okay,
I don't think it's a bad rule. I just think it's quite a bit different from everybody else, and we'll see which way the industry goes.
Do you ever see tracks in the region that run
working together?
Eric says
they went back to 3,000. Thanks, Eric.
Yeah, working together to come up with a kind of a standard, kind of like when UMP came together to make standard rules for late models. Do you see that ever happening for a support class like a super stock or street stock?
Do I think it will happen?
Eldora,
do I think
Wayne
it will
County,
happen? Probably
Butler,
not.
Oakshade. You don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Eric just posted Lime, Eldora, and Butler are, as far as he knows, the only ones left with a weight rule.
Montpelier also has the 3,000.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah, because I got to snap on all that weight for there.
Again.
Yeah.
Oh, you took it back off?
Yes, I did. Surprisingly, I didn't really notice a huge difference in 2,000 pounds. Yeah, 200 pounds. But yeah. Other news: officials at Eldora Speedway have announced that the start times for Saturday's Dirt Track World Championship finale may be adjusted due to weather. We'll have to check that out in tonight's weekend weather pit stop. Are you prepared for that?
I are.
All right, awesome. And, you know what? I forgot to do this. We forgot to do the hashtags at the beginning of the show.
Oh, goodness.
We'll be doing that drawing here shortly. If you want a chance to win a Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker, go ahead and type in...
hashtag DCR.
There it is, yeah. Hashtag DCR is courtesy of DCR Graphics. Hashtag DCR in the comments of the Facebook Live or YouTube Live. You only have to do it once. And then if you want a Speedy sponsor sticker, a chance to win that, hashtag Speedy. And check out SpeedySponsors.com and find out more information on your favorite racer or your least favorite racer. Also, these Hammer Down Race Report window stickers you can order from DCR Graphics, $5. Slap one of them on your car for next year. Become part of the Hammer Down Army. There you go. Now back to the news. One last thing here. We talked about the Cup race and the crash with Ty Dillon and William Byron. After the crash that involved Ty Dillon, who was slowing to come to pit road, and William Byron wasn't aware that he was doing that and just slammed into the back out of him.
Real hard.
At the Las Vegas race this past weekend, Joe White, Dillon's spotter for the number 10 Colleague Racing entry, arrived at Talladega the other day, only to find out he'd been fired.
Huh. Imagine that.
Do you think that's rightfully so, or do you think that they're just making him a scapegoat? I guess initially they said the Colleague Race. One of the officials from Colleague Racing said that if you get rear-ended at a stop sign, do you blame the guy at the stoplight? Do you blame the guy stopped at the stoplight? But apparently
there was a huge difference in vehicle speed, Scott.
I guess the spotter was supposed to tell Byron's spotter that he was coming because he was off sequence. He wasn't pitting when everybody else was pitting, and that communication was never relayed or something. So I'm guessing why.
Yeah, and typically a driver entering the pits has his pinkies out the window, and that didn't happen.
And Eric says the Showdown Series is the best way to unify the support divisions, trucks, cars, the balance and use of different compound tires was impressive between the two tracks. A lot better than most would believe.
Yeah.
That might be a good starting point for
any 8-inch tire. That's a simple tire rule. Easy to enforce.
Yeah, and that's...
Does it say 8 inches? Then it's legal.
What's the tire rule at that? I don't remember. Is it any 8-inch there?
I believe they're on M30s on 3 corners and a 60 on the right rear, I believe.
Okay. I know Montpelier has an open tire roll,
right?
Any 8-inch, so yeah.
Yeah, I like that any 8-inch tire roll. Like
you said, it's easy to enforce.
Yeah,
very cool. And that is all the racing news that I have for. We have a text for the Hammer Down hotline. Yes,
wonderful.
Before we get to that, I got to mention if are you in need of car parts, a fresh set of American racers, maybe a custom car. I saw that that classic car that was in your shop at the Whiteford Fall Festival.
It was there.
Very sharp looking. Maybe you just need help getting a stubborn broken bolt out of your engine block. Ron Miller Race Cars in Lambertville, Michigan. He's got you covered. Plus the know-how to back it up, from full builds to safety gear and fast service and tires and wheels and valves. Yeah. Ron's got your back. Give Ron a call at 734-856-7223 and keep your ride race ready. Ron Miller Race Cars, fueling racers one lap at a time. Now, if there's something you want us to talk about, or a question or a comment you want to make, that's what we have the Hammer Down hotline for. Even though we've tried to kill it off several times, it keeps coming back like a bad case of something bad. There's the number. Let me get rid of this.
419-318-3081.
Feel free to call it, text it, anytime, day or night. We did get a question here to address here. Too many buttons to click here. Somebody wanted to know, and this is more directed to you, because this is your expertise area here. What is your best off-season maintenance tip? Can be for the race car, the engine, the tow vehicle, or trailer, and not replacing the blinker fluid. He doesn't care about that tip. What would you say?
Scott, something that most racers overlook are the wheel bearings on their trailer. And every summer you're going to hear somebody lost a wheel bearing on the way to the races. So take the wheel bearing, or take the wheels off, pack those wheel bearings just like you would on the race car. And again, pack the wheel bearings on the race car. That's important and really overlooked. Obviously, pay attention to the engine. How many races do you have on it? And just check everything over very carefully for broken welds. Scott's team is.
I find a lot of those.
Scott's team is very good at that, and sometimes they challenge us.
Speaking of which, I did lose a piece of square tube support deck support broke off of my car. Yeah, so I might need to come over and get a piece welded on.
That's really
to hold up the right side of the car, and it wasn't when I hit the wall, because it fell off during the heat race, and I hit the wall in the feature. I just happened to notice, I was looking at the car and all the pop rivets were gone. I was like, oh, there's nothing for it to be in. So apparently I left a piece of metal.
That tells me that something hit it.
No.
Or it got hit.
Maybe usually something underneath. I don't know.
Yeah, the rivets would normally be in there. And yeah, you did something. You're not telling us.
Sure. Yes. Whatever. Let's do how many.
How many?
So last week's how many, as we had already touched on, was how many times will the Ocho get hit at Fremont, my race car at Fremont, because at Oakshade I got bounced around quite a few times by quite a few different vehicles.
And was whining that
And last year at Fremont I got bounced off a few trucks. This year, no, zero. I didn't run into anybody except for the wall.
And you raced against a lot of trucks.
Yeah, I did. I was surrounded by trucks at the start there. So
so you're going to take back.
It was a totally different.
Take back some of the bad things you said about.
Do you
the
remember
trucks.
the race last year? It was a caution every 2 laps. It was just a mess. This year was the exact opposite.
Yeah, the only caution was somebody broke and couldn't quite make it off the racetrack.
Exactly. It wasn't an accident. There was no spins. I mean, last year was crazy. So anyway, so 0 was the number. You said 3. I said 1, so I was closest there.
You win.
Nobody said 0 in the comments. James David, though, was closest. He said 2. So that was the lowest number, lowest guess. So congratulations, James David. You earned a piece of the Ocho, possibly one of the pieces that did get hit last year. I got a couple doors and some fenders that you can choose from. You got 30 days. You got to come pick it up, though. So get with me, and we'll arrange for that. And if you'd like a piece of the Ocho to decorate your man cave or whatever, We got a complicated how many for this week
Oh,
because
boy.
you like the math
I
problems.
do like math.
So we went back to the math problems. Here we go. You ready for this?
Okay.
I'll try and explain. And this is going to be one where it's important to be listening to the live show because if you're listening to the podcast tomorrow, you're going to be too late to enter. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's
no.
one of the few times it's going to be this way because one of it has to do with the race that is tonight. So here we go. It all has to do with Eldora.
Oh, okay.
They're racing tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday.
Maybe.
On the Saturday part. But so here it is. What number will the winner of the Superstock feature tonight, plus the modified feature winner number on Friday, plus the Dirt Track World Championship late model feature winner add up to? So say a number one wins tonight, a number one wins in the modifieds tomorrow, and a number one wins in the late model feature on Saturday. So your guess would be 3.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So if a 10-car wins tonight, a 5-car wins tomorrow, and a 5-car wins on Saturday, your guess is going to be 20.
You did that in your head?
I did just now.
You did, that wasn't
I'm
on
trying
your
to
notes?
explain it so that they can, yes, so that people understand the question because it's a little complicated, but you like the complicated.
I do.
So there you go. So you got to get your guess in. I'm going to say by 9 o'clock tonight because
Now, you've had a lot of time to think about this.
I haven't really
and you've got
given
to
it
go
any
first.
thought. I do. But if you want a chance to win a Ocho body panel, go ahead and put your guess in the comments of the Facebook Live or the YouTube Live. As long as before 9 o'clock tonight, Eastern Time, then you'll be entered into that for next week. Whoever's closest will win. I'm going to go with... I didn't even think about this.
Hovis Racing
142.
Hovis Racing stole my number.
Let me see. If Craig wins tonight, I don't know that he will, but I'm gonna go with him because he's a sponsor.
That's 74.
So that's 74.
So 142 is not such a big stretch, is
No,
it?
I'm not sure what modified guys we got. Is Strickler even still race a modified?
Who?
Kyle Strickler, or is he just running late models now?
I don't know.
Because I would go with an 8. Oh boy, I really didn't give any thought to this whatsoever. Let's go. I'm going to go with an 8 just for the heck of it. And then who's going to win? I'm going to go with 49 for that just because he's due for it. So what is 74 plus 8 plus 9 equal? That'd be 100 and what would it be? That was 123 plus 8 is
131.
That's what I'm going with. I'm going with 131. It took me a while, but I got there.
That was painful, Scott.
It was. What do you got?
Looking at the weather forecast, I am going to be a little on the conservative side, and I am going with 68.
Okay. I just want to point out that the way I read it and also the way it is up here, it just says the number of the Dirt Track World Championship late model feature winner. It doesn't say on Saturday. I'm just pointing that out. 68, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just pointing that, just so everybody knows. It says tonight's Super Stock feature, Friday night's modified feature, and the number of the Dirt Track World Championship late model feature. Whenever that may be. So there you go. 9 o'clock tonight. That's your cutoff. Let's check out the racing action coming up this weekend in our neck of the woods.
This weekend's racing menu.
So, of course, tonight, Eldora Speedway, the 45th Dirt Track World Championship kicks off with modified qualifying in heats and B mains and a full program for the Super Stocks, 1,000 to win for those guys. Racing should have began just a couple minutes ago, and we're going to get out of here and try and catch most of that here. Friday night, tomorrow night, Eldora Speedway, the 45th Dirt Track World Championship continues with the 5,000 to win modified championship, steel block late model qualifying heats and B mains, and Lucas Oil late model dirt series qualifying and heats. Gates open at 4 tomorrow, racing at 8, general admission $25, or you can get a 2-day package for Friday and Saturday for $65. And then Saturday night, Eldora Speedway.
Imagine that.
The 45th Dirt Track World Championship. $5,000 to win for the Steel Block Late Model Championship, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series B Mains, and the Jim Dunn Memorial Feature, as well as $100,000 to win Dirt Track World Championship.
Whew.
That's a pretty penny.
It's a good payday.
It is. Gates open at noon, and racing originally scheduled at 7 o'clock. General admission tickets $45 Saturday night. Again, the officials keeping an eye on the weather. They may adjust that start time based on whatever's happening. What is our weekend weather forecast focusing on Eldora look like for this weekend?
Tonight looks great.
A little chilly.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Race cars run good in the chill.
Okay.
There's a chance of some sprinkles tomorrow night. I think they're going to be okay. Saturday looks wet. Pretty much on and off all day.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen a forecast. Last I saw was late Thursday or late Saturday, but okay. So, any chance they might be running that on Sunday then?
I don't know.
Although Sunday I saw it was supposed to be rainy too.
Yeah.
We may not have a how many winner next week because they may not finish that feature. Or would they just cancel it? Here's the deal. Here's the just so there's no questions when we determine the winner. If they end up canceling
if the Dirt Track
it,
World Championship is won in the spring,
no, that doesn't count. If it's not run before the end of the year, then 0 will be the number assigned to the winner for that.
Okay.
For the how many purposes.
Right.
So there you go. Other series action, and actually Australia back in action. It's getting warmer down there as we start to wind things down. Murray Bridge Speedway and Toowoomba Speedway are back in action on Saturday night in Australia. The Kubota High Limit Racing Series, the All-In Championship at Texas Motor Speedway, that is both Friday and Saturday nights. The World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series will be at Lincoln Park Speedway in Indiana, Putnamville, Indiana. That's going to be tomorrow night. Then it's off to LaSalle in Illinois on Saturday. Then the Badger State Triple at Angel Park Speedway in Wisconsin on Sunday. So a pretty busy weekend for the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, actually all three top NASCAR series at Talladega Super Speedway this weekend, starting with the trucks on Friday night. The Love's RV Stop 225. That'll start at 4 o'clock on Fox, so you might want to get off work a little early if you want to watch that. Maybe you can watch it from work. I don't know. The NASCAR Xfinity Series United Rentals 250 will be Saturday, 4 p.m. on the CW, and then the Yellowwood 500 for the Cup Series on Sunday, 2 o'clock, and back on a broadcast network for the Cup Series. NBC will cover that race, and that is it for
No, it's not. No, it's not.
There's more?
Late model racing. Western Australia, the LMRWA ran their first race last weekend, and Jamie Oldfield was the big winner. And I think Brad Blake was 5th, and frequent guest Veronica McCann.
I saw she was running a sprint car.
Oh, she's running. She'll run anything, but she ran the late model last weekend.
Okay. How about we draw for?
I'm thinking.
Well,
I want to watch some racing, Scott.
Okay. Well, we don't have very many entries for these stickers.
That's
there.
probably our
we may
fault.
have to. Yeah, it's probably my fault for doing it late. Again, hashtag Speedy if you want one of the Speedy sponsor stickers. Hurry up and put that in the comments of the Facebook Live or YouTube Live. Hashtag DCR if you haven't already for Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker.
That's all the overtime you get, folks.
Yep. Right now, because right now there's only 3. You get a 1 in 3 chance for the Hammer Down Racing Report sticker, and a 1 chance for there's only 1 entry for the Speedy sponsor sticker.
We'll have to spin it to find out who it is.
Maybe I shouldn't. Well, you know what? What happens if we enter? I wonder if
I don't know.
Let's do this. Hashtag Speedy. Let's see what happens here if we do that. I think it's going to post that on every single platform we're on too.
Huh.
Yeah, we're going to do hashtag DCR, and if I win, I'm keeping it. So what do you think about that? I like them apples. Hey, look at that. We're up to 4 entries on, and 6. I think it's because I just put in 3 for each of those. Yeah, for all the platforms we're on. Gretchen Knapp just got in there in the nick of time. So did Bill Bruin. There you go. I'm wasting time here. So let's do our, we got the most entries now we got 7 for
DCR
for the Hammer Down Racing Report sticker. Let's pop that on here, share. And if you get your hashtag DCR in before we spin, then you may pop in there. So here we go. We're drawing now. Oh, yeah, Hammer Down Racing Report's in there a few times, I think. Let's see who our winner is going to be. Bill Bruin, look at that,
right.
Getting in there at the last moment.
Congratulations, Bill.
You have 30 days to pick up that Hammer Down Racing Report sticker from Ron Miller Race Cars. Today is what, 16th? Yeah, show number 400.
Yeah.
All right, so there we go. Give that to you. Let's do our other drawing. Hashtag Speedy. Still a couple seconds to get in on that before I pull that up here. Share screen. Here we go.
And
nope, that was the wrong one. That's the one we just did. How about we try this one? There we go. Yep, now we got the right one. Here we go for the Speedy sponsor sticker. Boom, 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 one of these guys. I think Hammer Down Racing Report's probably going to win that.
I hope not.
You know what? He's going to have both. We're going to give Bill congratulations, man. You got each of those, one of each.
Hammer stacked the deck, and Bill Bruin still won.
I didn't stack. Well, I did, didn't I? With us, and we still lost. This is why I don't gamble. It's usually a losing proposition for me. Thanks to producer Dave Kimber and contributors John Young, Matt Swander, Bob Stazak. Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on X, Hammer Report, follow us on YouTube, listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. And, of course, you can check us out at hammerdownracingreport.com. And check out the store. You can get your own Hammer Down Racing Report apparel. Listen to the show there, all kinds of stuff. Make sure to rate and review us, share us with your friends. Thanks to our sponsors. Support these guys, too. That other sponsor we've been mentioning for like a past month,
right?
Cryptically. We're going to continue to cryptically mention that. It's still coming.
It's going to happen.
When it happens,
maybe,
I'm going to be excited.
Sorta,
possibly, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe next week we can finally reveal that and start doing the cool giveaways with that. But support these guys: Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, Magic Moment Entertainment, Dittman Motorsports, Dominator Race Products, DCR Graphics, and Freeze Frame Photos. Thanks to our guest this week, Mr. Shawn Valenti. Always great talking to him. Next week on the show, we are going to be speaking with, we're going to start our championship series
that's pretty
shows.
cool.
Yeah. Next week's Lima Land. The week after, we're going to do Sandusky with, try and get some of the guys from Sandusky to kind of share some of their memories.
Yeah. Now, that'll be after the auction.
It will be. So hopefully we'll have some more idea what is going to be the future of Sandusky. But that's going to be 2 weeks from tonight. So next week, Todd Sherman's already confirmed working on getting Aiden Hines,
right,
modified champion there from Lima Land,
right,
on the show. Those are the 2 champions from Lima Land. Right. So stick around for that, or tune in next week. Whatever. I don't know. It's time to go watch some racing. We'll see you next Thursday at 7 o'clock. That is a wrap on. That's why we're dressed up.
That's it.
Show number 400 of the Hammer Down Racing Report.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.